Welcome to the weekly audiophile barista vlog number 51. And yes, I'm back. It has been just over a week that I finished my 50th lockdown vlog. After that, I had a little bit of a case of, okay, I don't want to do this anymore. But this morning I got a nice comment right over here, commenting on the 50th vlog, and it said here from Ikonen und Wertanlagen, "Hi, we need your vlogs." So I was already thinking about doing a weekly vlog. I wasn't sure if I wanted to do that, but after that comment I thought, well, why not start today? So this is just another experiment because I do not know yet what kind of format I'm going to use this for. So I'm just trying out some things today. Now the other vlogs were of course because of the lockdown. And why am I doing these vlogs? Well, this is just to talk about coffee, talk about audio and some random stuff to stay connected to you guys. And by the way, over here, because luckily for me, work has been picking up, so I am a little bit busy. But what you see here is my work from home setup. You see a laptop and a Chromebook, and the laptop, that is where I do all the video conferencing from Skype and Zoom and virtual classroom, Microsoft Teams, stuff like that. Because I give courses and I am the trainer for those courses. So video and MS Teams over there, and then in the other I have an extra screen to look up everything that I want to look up during these courses. And I'm using a Bose Quiet Comfort headphone, which is very helpful in this kind of situations. The microphones in this thing are very good, and you get to hear everything everybody is saying in a very, very easy way. So for today, and I set it on front of the windows, so I have good lighting. The only downside of this spot is that when it gets hot outside, it gets really hot inside. So then I use a fan to keep a little bit cool. So this is my working spot for now, and this is the view from my office. Not too bad. Another thing that happened is that I reached 1000 subscribers, so thank you very much. Of course I did miss that just when we had the 50th vlog, and it took exactly 1 week to reach the 1000, but now I have 1007 subscribers. And for the longest time I thought I don't have enough numbers, because I was looking inside the box and they have all the numbers 0 to 9, and they give you only one of them. So 1000 has 2 zeros. But when I looked further, it appeared that the O, and they give you 4 O, letters O, they are the same as the 0. So apparently I could make bigger numbers, and that's what I did. So 1007 to see every day. This is very nice. And for today I want to do a little coffee experiment. I have my espresso machine is turned on. I weighed 18 grams of coffee, and that is the amount of coffee, somewhere around 17 is the amount of coffee you use for a double espresso. Now, for those of you who don't know, this little glass, this is a measuring cup for a double espresso. So I filled up this one, I put it in there. So over here we have the amount of water that is 2 espressos, a double espresso, and next to it I have the same cup, and I'm going to fill it up with an espresso. And if I did everything correct, the amount of espresso will be exactly the same amount as the amount of water that we see here. So let's do this test. Let's see if I am really a barista, or am I just talking shit? I already prepared, because I have to do everything with one hand, I already prepared my coffee. Normally what you do is you grind, you temp, and immediately you use it. But for this vlog, as I have only one hand, I have to prepare this, so this has been waiting much longer than I would like it to. But anyways, what we're going to do, I have a timer. Timer is set for 30 seconds, so after 30 seconds of making espresso, I hope that this cup is filled with the same amount of espresso as that cup. Let's see if this is going to work. So let's put this one in there, pick up my glass, put it in there and turn it on and turn it on. Let's see what happens. There it goes. Well, let's see what is happening. As you can see, it is a little bit under. Maybe because I had to wait a little bit longer. But when you are dialing in your, well, it's not too bad. When you're dialing in your espresso, what you do is you try to find out how much do I need. Then you make your coffee, and when it is under like this, what you can do, because probably your grinds were too fine, so what you do on your grinder is you set it a little bit more coarse if you want more espresso, and if it would have been too much all the way up here, probably your grounds were too coarse, so then you have to adjust and make your grinds finer in order to end up with this amount of coffee, espresso. So this was not too bad, just a little bit under, but this is what you do when you are dialing in your espresso. Now, in a good coffee shop will do this every day, because humidity and heat and all those factors will affect the setting on your grinder and the way the coffee reacts. And if it is really a good coffee shop, they will probably do this in the morning and at the beginning of the afternoon. Anyways, this was just a little thing to show you a double espresso and how to dial in your espresso machine. Yeah, well, also if you look at temping, in order to get more or less coffee, you can adjust your temping, but that's the amount of pressure that you put onto the coffee. That's more difficult. It's more easily to set your grinder and change it over there and do the same temping every time than just try to temp a little bit harder or a little bit lighter. Anyways, this was the espresso. One last thing that I want to talk about today. This is Reddit, and this is Reddit audio file. This is something that I probably check out every day. The reason for that is because it gives you a lot of, well, as you can see here, a lot of people are showing off their systems. Some people have interesting questions that maybe I can help with. And the thing I wanted to talk about is that there is one of the reasons that I'm doing this channel, if we look at the audiophile part, is because I think that setting up a system is actually a skill. It is an art. And not many people maybe have that skill. And especially if I look at Reddit, a lot of the, and I make the assumption that they are a bit younger, a lot of the younger people are, they don't know how to set up a system, and they don't have the skills, or they don't have the patience for it. But a lot of times you will read a post where somebody says, well, I did this and this and this, I don't like it, I'm not going to do this anymore, audiophile things are stupid. Now they just removed, because there were two posts here that I wanted to show you, and apparently the post that I also wanted to show you, but I'm going to tell you about it, was not aimed for audiophile but for the headphone Reddit, so they removed it. But here's one thing, this one is I moved my speakers 12 centimeters, what a difference placement makes. Now here's somebody who had a problem in his listening room, and what he did was trying to find a better placement for his loudspeakers, and at the end, when everything sounded great again, apparently he only had to move his loudspeakers 12 centimeters. Because I believe these little things, if you have seen my loudspeaker setup guides, I do this by the millimeter. So I really believe that this is what the hobby is all about. Now the other posts, and I don't believe that let's see, no, that's another one. Headphones. Let's see if he already changed his post to Reddit. No, it doesn't appear to. Anyways, let me tell you what he was talking about. The headline said, I used $1,500 and I bought a headphone, an amplifier, and a player. No, not a player, a headphone, amplifier, and an amp. I don't know exactly what he was doing. And he said, I did all that in one time. I was very disappointed. My expectations were completely different. I think all this audiophile stuff is garbage. I'm going to sell everything or return it, and I'm just going to listen to good music, and audiophile stuff is just nonsense. So here's somebody, I assume he was a little bit younger, and because of pure ignorance, of not knowing how to set up a system or how to create and let a system grow, he just bought stuff at one time, and then he listened to it, he was not satisfied, and now we lost a potential audiophile. And I think that is a shame, especially because for that money he, of course, could have had a wonderful experience. And the real thing where you can see that he does not know what this is all about, because at one of the comments said, well, you may upgrade your source, because it looked like he was playing from a PC. And his response, the one who posted this, his response to, well, you may need to upgrade your source, was laughing, and I definitely have to. So here is somebody who has a very bad source, buys an $800 headphone and thinks that the headphone will change his bad source into great sounding music. And I think that is really a shame. This is only because he didn't know how to do this, how to set up a system. And that is a shame, because I believe, apart from the source, but I believe that for half that money he could have had a great experience if he, well, I would like to say if he was following my channel, but if he just had a little bit more knowledge. But I also understand that for people today, especially younger people, when there's not so many good audio stores anymore with skilled people who can help you. People have the internet, This is where they see, well, this is great. That's why everybody is using Kef now, because everybody is saying Kef is great. But they don't really take the time to build a system. And I think that is a shame. And I see many of these kind of posts on Reddit, and that's one of the reasons why I started this channel, because I think building a system is actually a skill, and I think I have that skill, if I'm so not modest. So anyways, this was the Audiophile Barista weekly vlog number 51. That's quite something to say without stuttering. My aim is to do this every week. I hope you appreciate that. Let me know in the comments if you have any ideas for the vlogs, and I will see you somewhere next week. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.